Welcome everyone. How are we doing today? Happy Tuesday. I actually thought it was Wednesday today, but I'm glad that it wasn't. Because then I wouldn't be able to stream. I don't stream on Wednesdays. Should you? I don't know. Gamble. You enjoying your potatoes? I made scalloped potatoes for Vint. And he seems to be a fan. Are you into the Goron races? Oh dear. But Vince's a pro at those, so shouldn't be too much of a challenge, right? I guess he's just a hardcore gamer. You're doing it, alright. Be gentle, it's an endangered species. They're not endangered? Okay, but they are protected. I'm glad they're not endangered. Are they endangered? Let's check. Kiwis endangered. Not extinct. Extinction status. Are kiwis still endangered? There's about 68,000 kiwis left, losing 2% of our unmanaged kiwi every year. That's about 20 per week. Kiwis are rarities. The closest relatives to today's kiwis are the extinct elephant birds of Madagascar. Are they endangered? Giving me the same facts over and over again. Conservation status varies between species from recovering to nationally critical. Okay. So they are still recovering or potentially nationally critical depending on which populations you're talking about. But yeah, there's a lot of programs to help them repopulate. I feel a Halo. There's 5.123 million kiwis? I don't think kiwi birds, no. I don't think so. Keep this one in the safest place I know. Oh dear. I don't think there'd be much room for anything else. Kiwis are... they're small-ish, but they're a decent size, even for a bare mouth. No ito, kiwi ito. Yes, you can eat kiwi fruit, but not kiwi birds. We always call them kiwi fruit in New Zealand. Or there's a brand name called, like, I think it's Zespri or something. Hey, Lucas. But yeah, kiwis are good and special. We love kiwis. Do not hurt kiwis. Not a bogan? That's your forbidden charm spell? I don't even know if you know what a bogan is. Oh dear. Trying to imagine it. It's not really working. How's everyone doing? How's your Tuesday? My Tuesday has been pretty good. Got a wee update about something that I am commissioning for stream. What else happened? I feel like something else good happened. I can't remember it now. Maybe you found it really funny. And there's a swamp monster in Diablo called a Bogan. Yeah, that's pretty funny. You passed your driver's test. Nice! Good job, Lucas. I actually took my driver's test when I moved to the US because before that I only drove a motorbike, so I didn't have a license. I had to learn to drive a car and then get my license here. So yeah. The world has opened up. Yeah, if you're living in the US especially, you really have to have a car. Unless you're in a central city. Even then, it might be tricky with the public transit. Public transit, like, there's a lot of urban sprawl in the US. They just seem to want to build everything far away from one another. Also don't really need a car in Wellington because they have this thing called public transportation. Yeah, they have buses going everywhere. There are trains as well that take you to the like greater Wellington region, like the further places in Wellington. And I did walk a lot as well, but it's not really an option in the US in a lot of places because a lot of places don't even have sidewalks. Like the Mage Tower that we live in now, you can walk down to the end of the street that we're on, but then there's no footpath from there, and it's a really, really busy street, so you wouldn't want to just walk along the edge of the road, just trying to squeeze between people's fences and stuff, because cars are going by fast and there are many cars. It's not really ideal for walking. I think there might be a route that you can take to like a nearby like coffee shop and gas station and stuff, but kind of have to go like back roads because the main road is no footpath, busy. Remember when California had streetcars? You could just hop right on. I don't. That does sound good though. They get rid of them? I know somewhere still has it. Is it like San Francisco or something has them? I feel like it's more of a touristy thing though than an actual part of the city that is necessarily broad. Like it doesn't necessarily take you everywhere, I'm not sure. So was it just Roger Rabbit? Might have been just in Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I feel like a lot of cities kind of did away with public transport or changed it or limited it. Time went on and they wanted more people to buy cars. And then you have no parking either. Actually still have a broad and functional streetcar network in Toronto. Nice. Very smooth. Awesome. Live near a freight train. We've done freight travel like a circus. We did. The old Mage Tower was right next to a freight train track and crossing, so we got the lovely 1 a.m. horn blaring. We eventually got used to it, but it's funny when you wake up to a train blaring's not the most comforting thing. It wasn't actually even commuter rail, but they extended it. They extended the commuter rail to go along those same tracks during the period that we lived there. So, but the station was not near our tower. We would have to go down to it was like within a mile, but it was a ways away. Not exactly convenient walking distance, but such is life. Hey, Kimmy. I was surprised how popular the Kiwi emote was. Did people see my breakdown? Where was it? Which recap? Yeah, so the most popular... Oh, the top emotes were actually Mage Rebuff, the Mimica Party, the Giggle, and the Heart, so... Kiwi wasn't in the top. I like the Kiwi one though. It's very cute. Jay made it. We still have the J one, or do you only have the fake vent one? There we go. Daryl, hi. You want some vent? Alright, here we go. We also have Time Mage vent, just if you're interested. But you can have regular vent. And a tiny hat. Very nice. I'm doing well today. How are you, Garo? And hello, Scuffed Goose. I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Oh, that's cute. Someone actually sent me a fan art today. Fungal cat. I didn't know how to download it on Twitter DMs though, so they said they will send it to me by email when they're back from work, so and I'll be able to share it. But yeah, it was very cute. One with a hat and one without a hat. I always get so cheered up by fan art. It's so lovely. It's always surprising. I never expect it. Except if it's Nisigo and he asked me for references. Which he has recently. Gonna pull. I was gonna stream tonight. I feel like I just got done pulling a tractor out of a mud hole. Oh no, I hope we can get some rest. Sounds like a lot of strain. Yeah, make sure you rest well. Only thing I did different today was take a nap. Oh, did you limit it? Like, did you set yourself an alarm so you wouldn't sleep too long? Because when I sleep more than if I take a nap, I set my alarm for 30 minutes. If I sleep longer than that, then I run the risk of waking up during a deeper part of my sleep, and then I'll feel groggy for the rest of the day until I go to bed at night. You didn't set an alarm. That was the fatal flaw. They say anything over an hour is too much, but I think half an hour is my limit. I think unless I'm just like I just want to sleep and I don't have any other plans for the rest of the day, I can just sleep through the whole afternoon if I want. Then I might not set an alarm, but that's pretty rare. Usually it'll be like, okay, half an hour. If I sleep 15 minutes of that half hour, that's cool. If I sleep the whole like 25 minutes, like if I go to sleep really quickly, then that's fine too. But longer than that, you're starting to get into other phases of sleep, so you can wake up much more groggy and it's hard to shake off. Then you're kind of muddled with your sleep hormones a lot. Yeah, it's rough. And I hope you can get some rest tonight and feel well refreshed and much better. Gonna hydrate really quick. Ah, magic buff for Garo. Alright. Garo. I'm glad that you took care of yourself by taking a nap today, and I'm sorry that it backfired. I hope that you know that you won't always feel the way that you do right now, and that good deep rest is on the horizon for you, and you'll feel much more energized tomorrow, I'm sure. And that you're appreciated, and that your hard work is noticed, and you're important, and I'm glad that you exist. Thank you so much. Hope that was a helpful buff. I feel like I need to do more research lately. I don't know if I'm making my buffs as powerful as they could be. So I'll keep looking into it and do more research. Trying to think of something that I was listening to the other day. Diaphragmatic breathing is something I want to try and do more. So if you feel like you just want to shake off some of the drowsiness, you could try focusing on when you breathe in, your belly expanding, when you breathe out, your belly contracting, so that you can. It actually helps to, because your diaphragm is supposed to move aside so your lungs can expand downward. And apparently diaphragmatic breathing can also be really good for activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is when you have fight or flight. That's your sympathetic nervous system. So to activate your parasympathetic nervous system is like your digestion and all the secondary functions that you don't need when you're in the fight or flight state. So that's like the relax digest state, the parasympathetic. So if you can do some of that breathing, that might help too. Never thought I needed to hear those words until you said them. Thank you a lot. I'm glad they were helpful. It's always nice to have someone redeem the buff. I don't know if we made some of the redeems too expensive, but we might review some of them, because I feel like people have been redeeming redeems less lately. So maybe we overcorrected and made them a bit too expensive. We haven't had a Nya in a while. A dose of VVN. But maybe people are not aware of them. Maybe we just have too many redeems. Should I discontinue some of them, maybe? This is not that many. There's what? 6, 9, 12, 15, 17? I guess that's quite a lot. Long list to scroll through. I guess we can look into it. So shall we do some Disco Elysium? I actually got to a church and I was speaking to a gentleman who had been a mobster, and he had converted to some kind of religion in this empty church. Is that at least 3? 3 redeems? 17, I think. Hey, Javi, how you doing? I'm gonna blow my nose really quick. One moment. Low cost Spidey. Yeah, he was moving quite like a spider, huh? It was very, very interesting. So let's go and see what else is in store for us in that church, abandoned church. I guess it's not abandoned, it's occupied by that gentleman and whoever else is there. There's also someone that's leaving electrical equipment around, which looks kind of haphazard and maybe dangerous, but she's not here right now, so while she's gone, and have a look at her stuff. See what we can figure out, because we're detectives. Investigating. Trying to get it to the right size. I think that is close. There we go. That should be good. It's funny having very different size screens from one another. And let me unmute the game. And let me know if I need to adjust the volume. Have a good time on Disco Floor, thanks! And still looks for now? Alright, sounds good. Yeah, so we just spoke to this gentleman here.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Way? I think I already asked him all this stuff. I think it's not bright because I've already asked him. I'll ask him again about the
Other spooker?
lady.
Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
See if I can find her some other way.
You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Yeah, she did leave a computer here, so we could have a peek through it. So he's just gonna hang out up there, as you do. I don't think I'm allowed to run in this. I think the game physically stops me from running in this area. Which is interesting. When you enter it says like, it feels like it would be wrong to run or something like that in this place. This must be her computer. It looks huge. Let me see what this has. Portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. Okay. I have an idea. Oh, I have a level. I have 4 levels. Whoa, okay. I guess I should use some of these. I was kind of saving them in case I failed checks I needed to up a stat. I can't get any more empathy right now. Volition. Keep your morale up. Hold yourself together. Holding yourself together seems pretty good. Shrug off pain. I have to hurt you more. My pain threshold is pretty low, so is my endurance though. My endurance... Wait, is my endurance 3? Because it says... Physique based +2... Learn skill... Oh, I've got damage -1. Oh, I taken damage? Endurance is probably good. Alright, let's get an endurance. Let me check my health. Oh, actually, I've taken damage. Okay. May as well heal. Okay, now it's not -1 anymore. Okay. So, endurance is 4, that's decent. My reaction speed's pretty low. What's my lowest? Interfacing. Master machines, pick locks and pockets. I'm probably not going to be doing that much. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. Doesn't have much composure, huh? Oh, hi! Maybe some more brainy stuff up there. I don't know why rhetoric is 3. I need to boost? Okay, rhetoric. I think it's because it's like drama. Practice art of persuasion. Okay, put a couple points into that. And I'll save one just in case I need to redo a check or something. Make a wee save. Just say. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Is it recording something? See what a computer says.
A machine stands in the corner.
Yell at
watched
beans is a
over by
compulsion.
the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Okay.
A quaint little box of radio waves.
Got this game because of you? Oh, really? I want to try during the holidays. It's really fun. It has some very interesting humor. A lot of like things about politics and the human experience, and yeah, I really like it. The writing is really good. The characters are really good. Some of them are like, the satire is so on the nose that it's like almost painful sometimes. Like I think I almost had an asthma attack talking to the guy that has these weird race theories. He's so ridiculous. Hey Nisiko! I'm doing well, how are you? I learn a lot about Estonian generational trauma, yeah. The voice acting is really good too. Apparently, originally it didn't have as much voice acting, but they added a lot with the re-release.
Better not touch it. Who knows what evils it may hide?
What evils? Get behind the machine.
As you step closer, you notice fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected
Glad
to
to
the
hear
central
it.
compartment is wide open.
Yeah, the setting is got a lot of very interesting politics and history. Inside
Behind
compartment.
the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
So this is like what they have instead of computers that we would know. They're called radio computers. I'm not sure what the difference is, but maybe it's like just an audio recording?
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
So I think the repeater might be like what's it called? Like an operator? Because I talked to someone on a different radio computer. You love the voice of the mainframe? Radio computer concept is so freaking cool. Like they skipped a step in making PCs. I'm not really sure what they are or how they work. I guess I'll press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds
An operator,
100
okay.
years old.
Good afternoon. First case accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian
Same lady.
Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the
Yvonne.
dimmed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I looked inside the core, but the tape and the filament said log Feb to March. Fortress Accident. Like the one in the doomed commercial area? Thanks, but I finished with this call. Yvonne, it's me!
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just says log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open the thing. I don't know the password. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Oh,
An
Yvonne, I
hint
thought we were
system is not
friends.
part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church.
Yep.
Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, the doomed commercial area.
Okay, that makes
Anything
sense.
else I can help you with?
No. Yvonne's right to the point, she is. Alright, that's it, I guess. Thanks, I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
Video computers are basically computers operated by people. Ah, I see.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Oh. Well, that didn't lead to anything. I'm not a master hacker, I guess. Alright, so I can also interact with this broken thing here, which I'm guessing is going to be what our friend in the rafters refers to as the mother. I think that's what he called her. Let's do a save. In case I die. Try 111 as a password? It doesn't let you just enter anything. I think you have to know it. Nothing happens with a voice like that. It was so philosophical. Oh. Vaughn is best. That's surely the password.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced.
You know I can't grab your goose chips.
Dark and radiant majesty.
Thanks, Nisigo. I don't know if she's a ghost, though. She's pretty. I don't know who the person below her is with the cross. What's that called? Like a... Oh, it's not a saber. There's a name for it. Like those scepter. The cross, like it almost looks like a spear, but I'm not sure if it might be a scepter and a crown and can't tell what else he's holding.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
The large lady is pretty. She is. You don't think so?
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress.
Oh, okay.
You should kneel.
Glowing lungs. Wonder if that has something to do with speech or life breath or something? I don't know too much about the religion, but hopefully I'll find out. Noting in your notepad? Fair enough. Leave me alone, woman. Sure, I'll kneel.
Your
Why not?
knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
Compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning. It's not possible to live. I'm gonna say it's compassion. Harriet needs some compassion in his life.
As that soft word passes through your mind, you rise into the apricot-colored light of the window. The woman keeps smiling her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Guess who was my #1 most viewed streamer this year? Is it that German guy? He's pretty popular. Was it Mola? Mola's pretty great. How you doing, LP Prince? Okay, I can do a check. Oh, why is that going off the screen? There we go. I can do a encyclopedia check. How do I know this is the mother of humanism? My character has amnesia, by the way. Wasn't Moa? Oh, I'll get it someday. Or I can do a visual calculus, which would be harder. To reconstruct the glass. Wow, okay. I'm assuming that means mentally, not physically reconstruct. Currently downloading Witcher 3 free update. Nice! You have fun with that. I've been thinking about playing The Witcher 3, but yeah, so many things to play. Let's try the encyclopedia. Read The Greatest Innocence. Oh yeah, I read a book about the innocents. So,
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus.
oh,
This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
I see.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Reminds me of a Susan Vega song. Oh, I can't remember it now. About a saint. I'll have to look it up later. I'm downloading it for some reason. Oh, I wonder why. And the free update and the performance should be much greater for stream. Nice. Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I read a book about it, but it was fuzzy.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
So it's like almost like a democratic pope? Almost? Because she's definitely a religious figure. Like a pope meshed with a president, meshed with a saint, meshed with a deity. Yeah. It does seem quite layered.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions.
Okay.
They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of pressure to put on one human. Fascinating concept. The innocence is my favorite part of the world building. Such a wild idea. Yeah, it's a very complex idea. Not quite sure how well that would work out. One in office now?
No, we are alone.
Alone? Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Seren, modern-day Sir La Clé, also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
So she was already rich by the sounds of it before she came into power.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Where is this coming from? Right, better not go poke any further. Okay, what else? Was she smart? Yeah, where's this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
Might die if I don't listen to
No,
the warnings.
You must know.
I must know? Okay. Okay, what else?
Terribly,
Was she smart?
women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting
Contract
challenge
bridge?
to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
It's hard to know how much of this is hyperbole over the years.
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Have a good luck.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow, or I don't care. Sure, wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
That's what the glowing lungs is about. Okay, so that's showing her strong emotion?
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt.
Huh. I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supremawindi, altogether 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky.
So they use the terminology crowned, but they're also voted in?
She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful. I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt me? She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
Insultingly beautiful. That's an interesting combination of words. What's insulting about someone's beauty?
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
And what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her, 22 years later, a young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents.
I guess he was insulted by our intelligence.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Sounds like he paid too close attention to her.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
It was bad for humanity. Right, time to heed the warning. No, was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Okay, we're getting to the nasty bit. What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
It's not the way.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Not just force people, they need time.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Interesting. Those are all the options except to hell with this.
But she was not hell. She is the opposite of that. The wind of paradise, stripping away the covers from the hearts of men.
Seems to be depending upon who you ask.
There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side, momentarily at a loss as what to do with yourself.
Harry seemed to have a chip on his shoulder about Dolores. He does, yeah. See if I can piece back together the image.
A jigsaw of broken shards
made it.
falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
There's an older woman, that's the one holding the spear, wearing the crown, or holding the scepter? Who is the older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
So he's holding a Reich Sipfo? I don't know what that is. Months fly by, getting close to a year of good magic. Thank you so much for your support. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. You're doing well.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
So there's a queen advised by an innocence. Interesting. Motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death? After death? A new life.
And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Forgotten what Le Gray means.
After life, death.
There we go.
After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale,
Oh.
the world again.
Okay, the
This is
pale.
the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
DJ Crows, thank you for the DG Crows. Thank you for the follow. You're very welcome. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so used to DJ being a combination of letters. Hope you're doing well. What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
All right, step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
So it's painting, not a stained glass? Okay. Well, I guess that was that.
The
I was gonna
mother
have some kind of epiphany or
humanism
something.
stands above you.
Yeah, that's it. All there is. I wonder if he knows the password. Think he does? We'll ask him. Hey friend. Know the password?
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
You by any chance heard Viagita say the password to her computer?
Too many times,
Radio
essay.
computer?
You need it for something.
I do.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Thanks, drama. Doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends, interest in public safety, of course. Sorry, the password. Step closer. Yes, it's for first-degree murder investigation, Martinez. Honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer, see what's going on. Yes, it's related to the murder investigation.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you
Okay.
think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Did he call her a nihilist? I don't know any
I
Spanish.
think we're done here, essay.
I know very little. Oh, he left. Bye. What's my brain doing? Am I working on anything right now? I don't think I am. Oh, I don't have any more spots to internalize, right? Oh, I can unlock more stuff. How many skill points do I have? 0? Wait, do I have one more? No. Okay, I just had one. What should I try and think about? Socioeconomics, which is basically communism. Or Wasteland of Reality. It brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and it's a sickness, and it's killing you. Crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. Shall I quit? I think those are my options. I'm definitely not doing the race theory one. Let's quit. I feel like it's gonna be a bad time, but I'm doing it anyway. Solidifies your politics, which may be good. Yeah, I'll do that one next. Get some unique stuff and possibly a quest. Oh, really? Wasteland Reality is great, but it will debuff you during it. To conquering alcoholism. Well, better now than when I have complete organ shutdown. Not that I'm drinking, but I have done a lot of damage to my body before I started playing the game, apparently. You wake up with amnesia, and you don't know who you are. You don't even remember your name. You don't know where you are, why you're there. You don't know nothing about nothing. I can run again now? There we go. How are you doing?
Hello again.
Tell me more about the music place you've been playing in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Elysium. Except that, yeah.
What is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments? Like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too.
Have a good
Anything that uses
Thanks for stopping
electricity,
by. Appreciate
but
it.
isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
I think that's it. Alright, let's talk to these guys again.
Hi
So-
again. So, how are things going?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastics on the church. Who are these ecclesiastics?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean by Victorian? Oh, the founding party. I do know them. Can you refresh my memory? Mask it. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party? Don't mask it. I don't even know what the founding party is. Yeah, what do you mean by this?
You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo.
Meteor?
Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla.
It looks like you're squinting his eyes to see if you're kidding.
One of the poorest of the first world nations today,
Ah, okay.
but once a great ancient civilization. Capital, Tilakos by Percentic.
Okay. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Okay. Now, Andre, and in your opinion, would you say this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club of anodic music in one of their churches. Or I can say they sound like exactly the kind who would want loud Nordic music in their church. Yeah, do you think that they would?
Totally.
There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love.
Yeah,
I got
makes
love for my
sense.
Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Just dance, it's gonna be okay. Do, 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 do. He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Hardcore!
Unity. Unity.
Thanks, Noid.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Woo! He turns the volume up and looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping
For
along
what
to
now?
the bass, as if testing
Who
the
knows?
waters.
I can just nod my head, no words, enjoy the beat. Don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Nordic music is about love, and it is the Paracassian Church, and so is the Paracassian Church. No, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
Enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Him is at the morgue. He'll come back. You turn it up a little bit? Sure. How's that? Is that good? It might make the voices too loud. I might have to individually turn up the music. Sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise.
Are we?
Looks at you mysteriously.
Yeah!
Hearing things? You're sorry? Put yourself in the naughty corner. Oh. Oh, did you think he said like nickname for a pussycat? Yeah, posse like your homies, your bros, your friend group. Posse. Now understand it was lame.
Yeah! Yakukata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I call my friends my pussy. Well, I do have a friend who's a cat, so valid. Like a gang, yeah. The gang, the crew. The
I didn't
boys,
wanna
the
say it,
girls, you know.
but it was pretty lame of you to imply
kinda thing.
otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Do I ever?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body
Well,
to
that's a
start
really low
moving.
chick. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
Talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seems okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. Gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. Right, he's a true narcomaniac. And the way he climbs, it was terrifying. He seems okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Preaching and praying from the looks of it. Clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something. Preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like
Lloyd
it.
is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These
Nothing.
guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. there's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man! Keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink? Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, you told me you wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Oh, that's kind of a vibe. You're just going to have to live with the crab man. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Need to normalize floatery as a term for a group. Sure.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Let's go.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out.
Mm.
Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I didn't see the other spooker, just the machines.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her.
Oh yeah, I got the password. I didn't check the machine. For now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah.
Yeah. Wild, wild, I want to see. Where's the child I used to be? Fancy sounding word? Yeah. Fancy. Go crack the radio computer and be a elite hacksaw. Oh. I missed some coins up there. Nice. 50. Oh, half a real. I don't know what the cents version of real is. We'll just say half real. Okay, password time. Oh, look at the ratties. Look at them go. Right, do a little save in case I die. I don't know what's gonna kill me in this game.
The machine's keyboard is still
Hi,
The speaker
Yvonne.
comes to life.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on
Okay,
Saint-Brun.
I have the password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Life after death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Thank you.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's it.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read it.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
Okay.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Oh, so this is someone from a game company that shut down, I think.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front.
Huh.
I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right. She must be talking about her former colleagues from Fortress Accident. They all sound like radio game people.
They do.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the
Alrighties.
grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
6th entry?
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound.
Huh.
Need to get some mics.
Okay, 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
That was what the Crabman talked about. Yago, I think his
March
name was?
51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco
predictable.
men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office
That
in
was me.
Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
I'll let you in.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A
Hello.
stranger makes straight for the radio computer.
Wearing a shiny vest? Or just a light?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots. I'm here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. I'm with the RCM, you see. I'm not just breaking in, I'm pursuing a mysterious lead in search of my lost identity. Sure.
You won't find any answers from here.
She barely looks up from a keyboard. Yeah, the machine whirred back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
Okay. Still there?
The mother of humanism stands above you.
Still there. Done checking?
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, you're the lead programmer of the We're All Untethered. By any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crabman?
No?
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
and the crabman has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
Fair enough. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Looking on what?
Could you just shh
But
for a
why?
moment?
But
Or
why?
get to the point.
But why?
I really need to focus on
But
something.
why? But why?
What's the bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Does Kuno care about the crabman? I'm sure Kuno would care about the crabman. Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. There have been complaints from your neighbors. Yeah, I'm a police officer. I'm just asking the questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
He says ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
Hole in the world? Do I care about the crabman? Of course.
She's looking
He's
for a
great.
disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal? Hole in the world. What exactly does that mean?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up
Something
to now, it
frantic
has been
and
impossible
about
to
her.
say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you, eyes shining like pearls. She clearly cares about the hole in the world.
What do you think it is? What
Thanks, Ven.
qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Hold on a moment. Does that mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I want to solve a murder so I can go home. Yeah, what? The world has holes? What?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. Looks like some ancient ritual. The hole connected to the data loss in your journal.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
You look up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Iago can help her.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
This is where the crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think the crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Well, I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
What do you feel about a Nordic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Good luck, Moa.
Get some sleep. Have a good rest.
Have you listened to it? Actually listened?
Yeah, like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
Pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club of Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, a place for animals. Maybe some community space to help elderly. Still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for Nordic dance music. They said it's their dream. A youth center would be nice.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks. The swallow, you mean? What about it?
Can't ask any more questions.
Great.
I was gonna
Thanks.
see if I can get her to interact with the cryptid hunters, but maybe I can do that after. Because they probably have equipment that might be able to help her measure it. Time to talk to the boys again. How's my brain going? 3%. Gonna take another 19 hours, 16 minutes. Alright.
Hello again.
Oh. No new dialogues. Okay. To them. Maybe cryptid hunters wanted you to check the traps on the beaches? Oh yeah, I do have to do that too. Hello.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Got bad news for you, Andres. Things don't add up. Okay. Sure. We'll trust drama for a second. We'll see where that takes us.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. Before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Not bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up. Sure, I'll tell them about my past.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform. I was good enough in this job to be awarded a rank of Lieutenant Euphrater. I could have been captain. Imagine that.
What happened?
Disco happened. It smelled so impossibly sweet. Life tore me a new asshole. I did. I happened to myself. I don't know. One? Sorry cop? Sorry cop? Is this a sorry cop train? I happened to myself.
That's a real downer.
Now, obviously... You're gonna tell me it's sorry cop, then I'm not gonna choose it. Now, obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent.
So two separate statements? Oh well.
He senses something is wrong.
Suna hinted there's something else going on, but I'm being naive. You're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober at this meeting? This isn't the markings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs. Sober, was it hard to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg. But you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
This isn't the markings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Point at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend? I have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape? That nose fed is here for its active ingredient. Distilled water, cornerstone of a club lab. Ether in the air, useful solvent. Good for getting acting agent out of a solution. No need for me to pile on anymore, is there? Yeah, where's your speaker's friend?
What do you mean, friend?
Yeah, the speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic
Not a
or
thing.
one-speaker systems.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
That nosophed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine.
Breaking
Ephedrine
Bad.
makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Still water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Ether in the air, useful solvent. Good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
And bust them, I beg you? How do I avoid that now? No need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Sooner hinted there's something else going on, but I'm being naive.
Hey man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. She's got something against us.
Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance.
In short, you tried to use a police detective, set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous? Against the law? Punishable by summary execution? What? Preposterous?
I meant to say, not true.
What are you going to do with... What am I going to do... What are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. Tell me what's really going on and we'll work from here. I can be lenient. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want. I don't want them pouring more drugs into Martinez. This place doesn't need more drugs. But can I just convince them to not go through with their plans? We have to bust them to stop them from pouring more drugs into this poverty-stricken, occupied place? Miss a great Kim scene if you bust them? I don't know if you can get them to stop. Tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling back up and hauling you off to the pen for starters. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop from the side of the river. I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got. We'll see. Now speak.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again, then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not gonna turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershall.
Because we are! We totally are!
Okay.
We just gotta turn it into a speed lab first.
Huh. Okay.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Why do you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Okay, I can ask for a bribe. Arrest them. And evict them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club of hypnotic music. It wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. If I just tell them to just make a club, do you think that they'll do it? I feel like they won't. Maybe it'll work. We'll give them a chance. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just the club for hypnotic music.
Yeah!
Young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
Would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for hypnotic music with the speed lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
Exactly. Exactly. What's that about a fish? There was never going to be a club then there?
There needs to be a club for hypnotic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
It gets it.
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Egg is on it. Right, let's call this incident crime prevention. But I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
Raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Good. That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Bye. Hey, just musics. Think it'll work? I hope it'll work. Hi.
Hello again.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth.
Doesn't
which isn't
appear
much.
surprised.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
Should have tried harder. Misleading a cop is no joke. I don't care, I'm loco. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan. Should have tried harder.
I know. I should have been able to control them. And I will in the future. I promise.
Good.
May I ask? What did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club plans, but no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Good, thank you. Well, it sounded like ABBA. Did they? Well, that was good.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
No one comes to mind. Me? Kim? Not going to have a seagull conversation. No one comes to mind.
You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I a seagull?
Think
I
about
like
the
a seagull?
seagull's story.
Uh-huh.
It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became shit city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
I mean, eating burgers probably allowed them to proliferate more.
No time for that sentimental
They
bullshit.
thrived.
They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Hold on. Have I ever eaten a burger out of the trash? Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive. I am the seagull! I guess I am a bit like a seagull. But I'm not like that. I'm still romantic. Wait, have I eaten a burger out of a trash can?
You have. The body remembers.
I guess I am a bit like a seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
This is Hobocop? Well, I have a home now. Even if it is temporary place that I'm being allowed to stay out of the kindness of an old lady's heart. But it's still a place. Still a place I can go. Alright, let's check on the traps. I'm not actually sure where they all are. But we'll see if I can find them. The map is too... You can't zoom in on the map, right? Oh, wait. I still have to talk to Estelle about her associates? I thought I'd done that. They're not completed? Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. Oh, okay. I guess I have more things to talk to them about. I don't understand how being a romantic makes you not a Hobocop. You can be a romantic homeless person, right? Just not having a home doesn't mean you lose your sense of romanticism.
Hello again.
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates?
Answer the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Okay.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later.
I don't know. Maybe you like me.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
At
Yes?
the church again.
What's the deal?
Using the mainframe when Suna, formerly programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
I did. She did not like the Anodic Dance Club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
Made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. Could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law. No, I won't evict her. Let's come up with another solution.
Look at you, honour man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower, for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Right, we'll see how it goes. I'll try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Make traps. Spirit is eternal. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. Horrific necktie is ready for the end game. For the love of God, do not remove it till the magic happens. Need to find the firearm that killed the hanged man. Locate a working firearm. Yeah, okay. Alright. To the programmer again. Maybe they can help her with her research. Maybe she can borrow the mic that Estelle has only records things from like solid objects. It doesn't record through the air. I don't know if that'd be helpful.
What is it?
What if I just force you to leave? I'm a police officer. You have to do what I say. What if I didn't? What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
I'll bring it up.
She gets back to work.
Suggestion, very high. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. Get a bonus from research not going well, discovered Fortress Accident, and discuss FA with Dice Maker.
Easy.
Nice.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Alright, hi. How you doing? Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
And if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in the church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
I think I have it, don't I? Old workspace, do you mean Fortress Accident in the Doom commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some
Doing
explaining
well,
to
I'm
the
glad to hear
bookstore
it,
lady.
Zara. The bookstore lady, you mean Plaisance? Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
Where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Found a note saying from the ice bear fridge. Found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone with a name I can't pronounce.
Jawiza. Of
Jawiza.
course.
Oh.
Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was
Suliswov.
always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened.
Doing well, Zara.
That data loss was anomalous.
Glad to see you. Thanks for asking.
Isn't that the fridge you put? Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads.
Millions of them.
Millions of them. Go find
Okay.
that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
I can't open
Thanks.
it though.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
I found the ice cream maker, but I couldn't open it. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Why can't you go get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why do you think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
And you keep saving points? Mm-hmm. A bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really get with the times. Don't be too harsh. It's only because of socioeconomic situation. If it does emit elemental evil, yeah, don't be so harsh.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rame Civic. I'm not making this up.
Oh dear. Being close to Valley Vivi? Oh,
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
What is an offsite copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
Where's the glowing cube inside the machine?
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
Yeah.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored.
Say
We
so.
clear?
Yells at you with pleading, furious eyes.
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
By the way, I put a dead body in that fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
It's the body of the hanged man.
And what is it doing in the fridge?
Well, it's not there now.
It's almost as if she feels some sort of ownership of the fridge.
Don't worry, I put it there temporarily. It's all part of the official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, that's what I said in the first place. The investigation warranted it.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice.
Thank you.
It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Thank you.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Found the
Yes?
offsite copy. Oh, already asked for that.
Thanks.
Goodbye. Multi-tool! Oh, it's huge. Alright. Skadoodle. When does Kim come back? Why would you even mention the body? Well, she seemed to have some kind of possessive attitude toward the body, so... the fridge, so I was like, well, I should probably let her know that I put a dead body in it temporarily. Does he come the next day? I hope so.
Hello
Nose is
again.
squeaky. I'm gonna have to blow it just for a moment. Have a hydrate. Okay. I guess there's nothing more to talk about for now. don't know if there'll be anything else to talk to these gentlemen about just now.
Hi again. So,
But for
goodbye,
now, I
officer.
guess.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Yen shows through the holes in the speed freak's too large sweater in front of him. Open toolbox with carpentry tools
It's
and
good
parts.
you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with ears. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Continues to arrange his tools. Saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
I describe if you already know what I mean. The one you're familiar with? Show the sticker. Okay, it's a yellow circle. Human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is the dead guy smiling? What makes the sticker so modern? I think we've exhausted the subject. What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by a classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Come up with the stuff yourself?
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Palaceum. The beat is the same for all.
Was I right? Is it a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Really? Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
True, we don't really die, we just change forms.
Present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Thinking maybe the smiling dead guy is a symbol of communism. It's also dead, but doesn't care. Better not mention it.
He blinks, waiting for the next question.
I think we've exhausted that subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Okay. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural? Supernatural. So, think it's real? It actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of
It was
stuff.
like why Dolores was assassinated. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching? I don't understand what that means. Does that mean we need sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. What are you doing, Egg?
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
I'm just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you? I don't know what to say to that. I'm just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Probably not. Alright. Hardcore! He hits the best. Mm-hmm. Got at ask for that? Wait. You can do that? Do what? What you talking about? Solve the egghead puzzle. Some way to talk to this person. You haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about signs. What if you try again? Find your way out of this maze of things to say. Alright, I'll try it again. Save before you start. Keep trying stuff? Okay. Egg.
The young man with the...
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the William Rags hostel. I'm gonna try keep saying stay silent.
Encore! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore!
Is it though?
It is!
But is it? I mean, really?
Tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent.
I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
Yeah! Did I win? Did I do it? No.
To the heavyweight jam.
What do you think hardcore is? Killed you?
Hardcore! Hardcore!
What is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital. Or maybe it's not Gotvalian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name.
Oh.
Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
This is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing.
You know about him?
Moves his mouth but doesn't sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Eyck kid. My friend Estelle mentioned him. I'll just turn a phrase. Your friend Estelle mentioned him.
Good, good.
The Advent?
I don't think I... Nope. Didn't make it quite.
We're close.
Brain is tripping you up, giving you bad advice? Or good advice? I guess ignore your brain, let's do hot. Okay.
True, hard, full, hardcore! Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Gotvalian. Maybe it's Oranese.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow.
I'm an Eyck kid.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
You have to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent?
Did I win? No. Okay.
We're close.
Let's try again.
True, hard, full, hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary.
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yakokata, the place to be!
I'm getting to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case. Said that before. Why is Yokokata a place to be? What does that mean?
Yakokata is a hardcore place.
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of
Go
the
with it, man.
Gradian
Calica through it.
It involved cutting-edge
Yeah,
approaches
bro.
to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer.
Huh.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
Hardcore. I haven't figured it out.
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
Is it?
It's hardcore.
I want to say to that.
Skipper D, skipper danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare.
Oh. That's not the way to go.
We're close. True,
So,
hard,
say
full,
nothing.
hardcore.
Is it?
Yeah!
This young man adds, or maybe it's not.
The
Yeah!
Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
He
Yeah!
missed one A.
Missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's. You have to yell it with 6 too. Missed an A there, but that's okay. I'm a pretty lenient cop. Yeah, do 6.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
Oh, didn't like that. Okay.
We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core, all right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah!
Hardcore! Hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Oh, okay.
We're close.
Right path is the one where he asked, but is it? Okay,
True,
so
hard, full, core.
say
Hardcore.
nothing. Say
Hardcore to the
nothing.
mega, internally coherent. All core, all right.
He furrows his.
Nope. I can't remember how. No hardcore.
Is it though?
This is the right path. So I go. It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
Tilts his head to the side like an
Feels
owl.
like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here.
So I went.
So
I
the
was
things
thinking
get
that
totally
too
transcendent.
before.
But you haven't gotten there yet. So
Is
you
this the
don't
right
know
path?
what to say.
And then Empire's misleading you here. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker.
It wasn't leading me astray.
We're close. True,
Okay,
hard, full,
nothing,
hardcore.
nothing,
Hardcore to the
tra-la-la.
mega, internally coherent. All core.
He furrows his.
Hard. Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean,
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here. So that things get totally.
I don't know.
under the radar, over the top.
That's not the right path. Both the options are wrong.
We're close. True.
Maybe I need to
full,
unlock something else before I
hardcore.
can
Hardcore to the internally
get through the conversation.
Hardcore.
He furrows his brow.
Hard. Is it though?
It is.
What is it?
Feels like you should reply with
Do I
the
need to
very
unlock something
pinnacle
else?
of
No.
idiocy
What's the
here.
task
So
called?
that things get totally transcendent.
It's
But
called
you haven't gotten there
Solve
yet.
the Egghead
So you
Puzzle.
don't know what to say.
There has to be some way to talk to this person. We just haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about signs. What if you just try again? Find your way out of this maze of things to say. I've tried both these options and they both lead to a dead end. Tell him you're a little worried about that it isn't on the right path. Okay.
Under
Start
the
over.
radar.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
Encore. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
So
Is it,
hardcore. It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy
Oh.
here.
Nope, this is
So
the wrong way
things
too.
are totally
At least we did end.
transcendent.
Okay.
But you haven't got it.
Under the radar.
So not
We're close. True.
not all of the
full
silence.
car.
Is it?
It's hardcore.
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skipper D. Skip.
Your cop training did not.
Not that one.
We're close. True.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
I think 5 times. So 1, 2,
Hardcore to the
3,
internally
4,
Hardcore.
He
5.
furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question. Would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. I was just idiotic. 2?
But there was a question?
Nope, that was wrong.
We're close. True. Hard. Full.
1,
Hardcore.
2,
Hardcore to the
3,
internally coherent.
4,
Encore.
He
5.
furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
Worried
The question is,
isn't.
what is
Let's
the
answer the
But there was no
question.
question.
No. Okay. That was correct. Now you get more choices. This is weird.
We're close. True. Hard.
I'm already going to dead
hardcore.
ends though.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Encore.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the... But there was a question?
Yeah, it's both dead ends.
We're close. True. Hard.
I've
full,
tried both and they're both dead
hardcore.
ends.
Hardcore to the mega.
I have to say so hardcore, yeah.
Internally
Encore.
He furrows his brow.
hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
Question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously.
Got it.
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Frowns and then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
We did it. Thanks, Smith. Said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
Turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
Thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then?
This is a hi.
I know it in my heart,
for the
but
posture check and the
cannot
hydrate.
think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
We're hardcore, we are. Hope you're having a good day or night. And you're being hardcore. That's suspiciously like a question, though. The question was, what is the question? Trying to think if anything could make it hardcore? Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with them right now. I need something else, something extra. Anything that could make it hardcore.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Feel the movement of blood through your
The
head.
abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics.
You just did your Twitch recap and you're very shocked by your stats. Wow. I hope in a good way.
The hardcore.
I was surprised by mine. I guess I don't really think about things in aggregate that much. Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
I'm doing
But
it.
you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. Me being police isn't going to help. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. I have a job to do instead of this absurdity, you see. Nothing. Me being cop isn't going to help us.
Oh!
But it might hinder us.
Oh!
I have other things to do. I do want to help him though.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up!
Musical instrument.
Pump it up!
Beat
Pump
your
it up!
beat of your heart, expert of anodic music? Oh. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Good to know.
Yeah!
Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Does that mean you're a thought reader? So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist? Tell me something else there, kid. You're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth. Tell me something else, egghead.
Yeah!
Let's try this.
You know it in your lungs
made
where
it.
the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every Corday animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really stick. So you can't get it out of your head anymore. Wait at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know. Nowhere. I'm not gonna become some sort of an anodic cop. Got enough copper types already. I thought you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Alright, I'll come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically,
Nice.
what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Fan 8's jam.
Okay. Sounds good. I have 5,300 hours spent watching Twitch with a total of 238 days. That's a lot. Over 1 million channel points. Whoa!
Yeah. Maybe that street
That's
talker
amazing.
across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Oh, pawn shop tape.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Can do.
Copman!
Thanks, Egghead.
All right! Here comes the night!
Did it, Egghead. Alright. Got a plan now. Do you have anything to remix the song with?
Hello again.
What, your contact mic?
Sure. Contact Mike.
Have anything to do with contact mic? Oh, I don't care about that. That's a boxer.
Okay.
That's it for now. Alright, let's go talk to... Oh, I needed to go... Yeah, I needed to go back to town and get the thing from the fridge. From the ice cream maker. But I also need to check the traps, so let's do that first. I'm not actually sure where they are. I think they're over this way. Maybe not up there, actually. Can I get through down here? I might have to go up the stairs. Oh, yeah, I have to go up the stairs. Okay. Oh. I go this way. Oh. Where do I go? I think this is a dead end over here. Yeah, it is. Oh. I actually go over here. Big wine canister. It's open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Is it a dead? It's a dead corpse, isn't it?
Yes. A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead.
I just found a dead person just on the dock. Careful there, these floorboards are rotten and weak.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an
Not
empty
dancing
bottle
at
of
a dead
spirits.
person?
In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Contact Mike thought can get you can get us hilarious? Oh.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body.
Study his clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Okay. Study the man.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine his head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Step on the floorboard.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Oh.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step
I went from
back.
hardcore to this, yeah. What should I do with the body?
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant. Then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Alright.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Salmon the tail.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Alright. Well, dude. I'm not afraid of viewer. Been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin, viewer. Hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Alright, so found a corpse while waiting for Kim. Moonshine probably. Smells like hasty fermentation. Oh, coins. Okay. I feel like that was closed off before. Maybe I just didn't notice the walkway. Alright. Back to cryptid traps. I don't really know how to get there though. How do I get down? Maybe I just go straight? Oh yeah, I think I know. This way. Yeah, there's the bridge. Okay. So where are all the cryptid traps? Is the question. I think he said there was some to the south, maybe? I don't remember. I wonder if the task will tell me. Pick the traps. Land's End, far north of the Feld building. Oh, was that the Feld building? I was right there. Far north of the Feld building. This is the Feld building. But how do we get far north of it? Okay, that's a fence. Okay. Fortunately, Kim is away until the start of the next day, no matter what you... When you send him out, so you're missing the entire day with him. If you send him away at midnight, he's still there in the morning. I should remember to warn you. Yeah, it's okay. I figured I would spend some time doing things that he wouldn't approve of, like talking about cryptids. Oh, I can interact with those. Have I done that? Oh, you know what's better than pathfinding? Just clicking where you want to go, and then the game automatically takes him there. I'm gonna do that from now on. Oh yeah, they don't open. Open them with my multi-tool? Oh, I can! Hey, nice. Aha, alright. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Needs a crowbar. We got a multi-tool. Wait, you're meant to go back. Okay. Well, those are the ones that they were thinking. Where are the other ones? Trap Moral just set up in the cryptozoologist camp? Oh, so there's one far northeast of the Feld building. Northeast. Okay, so I've gone in the wrong direction. The Feld building. Probably want to go east and then north. I thought I'd looked around over here. I didn't see any traps, but maybe I just missed them. Way far northeast. Oh, can I open this now?
An old door worn by elements.
And if it's
guards the
impossible.
depot.
Yeah, no. I'm not seeing any traps. Oh, there's one. Go. Go. Crap. Oh, there's something in it.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Maybe it was just rain? Look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Badge. No cryptids yet. Trying.
The Great Samuni, thank you for the follow. You're very welcome here.
Gonna keep looking for cryptids, searching those traps. I didn't know you could get over here, so I'm gonna have a quick look and then see if I can find another traps. Oh, I think I have been over here actually. I remember that. I think I went over here with him. Yeah, okay. Been good.
Hello, nice to meet you too. I'm doing well, thank you.
I am doing my best to investigate while my partner is taking the body that we're investigating the murder of to the morgue. So far, I haven't died, which is good. Sometimes I die from sitting in chairs or reading old cards. You know, as you do, occupational hazard, I guess. How do we get back? Ah, this way.
YouTuber model looks so cute with a magic aesthetic. Thank you. Appreciate it. I have a staff too. I'll show you quickly. Here's my staff.
You can see a bit more of it.
I'm glad you like it.
I am working on a 2.0. Oh. But to be confirmed when that will be ready. Because these things take time.
Thank you. Glad you like it.
I do have an alt outfit too, which is a white mage robe from like the style of FF Tactics, because that was how I met my apprentice, Moonveil Vent. It's a little homage to our meeting on a forum that was set in FF Tactics setting. What was that? Did I accidentally use an item? I think this is where the camp is. Oh, they finally left. Okay. And check this trap.
This is the trap Morel just set.
The
this trap is also full of panicked locusts.
Okay.
No sign of any cryptozoological beast in man.
Dang.
It's lonely doing this alone. The wind seems to howl in a strange manner. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. The
Someday
later
we'll
it
catch
gets,
cryptid.
the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Okay. I feel like Kim wouldn't have approved of the whole investigation of helping the teenagers
This
to
trap's not too hard
not
to
become
spot.
drug dealers,
Behind you,
drug
a ruined
suppliers,
residential building looms
and
over
also
the reeds,
the
shielding
investigation
them
of
from
the
wind.
church.
They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
That's a trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
A shame. Is that all of them? My journal, there it is. Dig the trap near the canal you crossed, southeast of the village. Okay. Southeast. Okay, so down. Oh, what's that? People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. It's true. Oh, how do I get over there? All the way around? Okay. Guess I'm going all the way around. Oh, long way around. Alright. I don't think I can go any further south in that direction, so... I can go from here. I don't know. There might be a bridge. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this takes me back to town. So south east of the canal? No? What's that? Hello?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
Dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I don't really know what the shivers are. Just life, friend. Oh, can I not go this way? Nope, I guess not. Okay. Where's the last trap? Oh, I think I might have seen on? Maybe? Over this way? Been in there, right? Yeah, I've been in here. Okay. That's it. Any cryptids?
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Morel.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks seem like a rebuke. The sound of the city hums in the east. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer still.
Nothing. No traces of the locusts or the Insulindian phasmid. What happened?
Locust got out?
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. The reeds continue to hiss around you as you put the empty trap back on the ground. Time to consult the professionals, Morel and Lena.
Alright, get out of here. I think that's all the things I have to do here. Spirit is eternal. Oh, I don't want to do that one. I have to help Suna. I can't talk to Asel yet. She's not opening up. Ice cream maker open. Yep. Sync signs with Noid somehow. Find a tape with a melody. Oh yeah, I have to go to the pawn shop. The dead body in Martinez. Yeah, okay. I know what I gotta do. I'm investigating a murder and then I find another corpse. Just making more work for myself. I can hear the partiers from here. Oh, what's that? Dribble between the thighs of a age 3 girl. The original disco? Origin of disco.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table.
Okay. I needed music. Music. Where's the music? That looks like clothes.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
What's the deal with the man on this
That's
t-shirt?
the man from Hjelmdal walking away as his village burns.
He's surprised at your non-recognition. Lie, sire, for no reason.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know the man from Hjelmdal is, but I lost my memory recently and I can't help remembering I need help remembering basic facts about reality.
Huh?
Never mind, tell me more about the man from Hjelmdal.
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Ah.
He left his native village of Hjelmdal after his son was kidnapped, having many exciting adventures and killing many enemies with his swords. But he lost his family in the process. Tragic stuff, really.
Pretty tragic. Guess I'll sniff it for some reason.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
How much are you selling a t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
Unusually cheap, isn't it?
It should belong to anyone who is ready to wear it.
Can you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name. Perhaps I could repay you in some other way. I guess I can't really think of a good reason.
You'll just have to buy it then.
Okay.
But it's...
I don't really want it. I'm here for music.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Oh yeah, I should probably sell some postcards
Let me
or
have
something.
a look.
Check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
It's handkerchief, green pen, cassette case, the rifle that's broken. Yeah, I can sell the postcard. Sell the postcard. Postcard. Photo of a happy couple? Sure. Actually, I'm gonna keep that one for now. It'll help me talk to someone. For the postcard. Okay, I think that's all I want to sell. The fuel can for now. Why not?
Another time, perhaps.
Oh, music. Music. Where is the music?
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel.
Okay. I think this was just like figurines. I don't know if there's any.
You see rows of
music.
toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets.
Nope. Okay. I'll try talking to him about the stereo and see if that opens up any options to buy music.
Is the Harmon Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all real...
No.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon...
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy for my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure.
You have the tapes. I want to buy them. How do we get him to sell me the tapes?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'm gonna ask... No? Okay. Maybe I don't get the tapes from here? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. I guess not. Carry on. Who else would have tapes? I found your husband.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. It was truly epic long-distance trek. On my way while I was working the case. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. It's my way while I was working the case.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
Aw. Hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Cool.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Okay.
She's just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go?
And what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Oh.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, getting a wide smile on his face. We're on a date?
Our first, yes.
The woman looks at her husband tenderly. His limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Maybe you imagined it?
How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
Yeah, I think that's cute.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena,
Those her voice, imitating a boy.
You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
Oh.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud.
True.
Anywhere.
I'd really like to hear more about more cryptids.
Of course, dear. Is there a particular cryptid that you're interested in learning about?
The most dangerous.
The Gnome of Jeroma.
Gnome of Jeroma? That doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived.
Oh, jeez.
Grieving relatives never even found their bodies
Oh,
because
no.
the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
Oh no. What did the cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small
Lives
creature
in here, let's go.
with red fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at.
It's got small with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead. Wow, that sounds interesting.
A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Oh wow. I'm not vibing with cryptid stuff as the only negative trait. I think he wants to listen, but he can't justify it with the police work. That's my headcanon. He wants to be curious, but he can't bring himself.
It still took the Gnome of Jeroma
Take the
an
time.
entire day to die.
Wow, are there any photos of it?
Alas, no. And the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the
Oh,
creature
dear.
itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Seems very convenient to have disappeared. Nothing like it was seen again. No. Good explanation. Stop being so skeptical. Yeah, it's pretty convenient.
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again.
They're a bird cryptid.
No, it's the cryptid.
Wow, the cryptid?
Oh, yes.
Small silvery skull shines between your fingers. Its beak sharp. Okay, what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? Huh. All of evolution is a mutation.
Technically true. Until
it was sighted by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
Oh.
This renown
was like 30
seems
years
a bit
ago.
dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
I need to hear about the sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years. Since the fall of Pericarnassus, he was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Who's following it?
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor
Maybe dead after 3
climbed
days
up
without
there
water?
with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. Then the Tetatorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept
control
him from
bird.
approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uva spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
This guy can last like 2 weeks without water. He's amazing. Hold on, how did he survive to tell the story?
The 8-eyed Tetatorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there.
Yum.
And the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird. Fuck yes. Like, mind-controlling bird? Come on. No way. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Incredible.
sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
What's the last one anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous
that was the last
reports
one
of
I saw of it.
8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara.
Hmm.
And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
It's the biggest. If that's not the biggest, then,
That would be the giant of Kokonur.
Oh.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Wait, what do you mean by strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
Does not elaborate the nature of the luminance further. How big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the
Mountain?
horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable. That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
What is it sustained by? What does it eat?
Great. This is great shit. You need more. Gravity anomaly. Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
What's the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis.
Cryobacter catlensis?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
So special about it?
The bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history. Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
Seems dangerous. Wait, she injected herself with it?
Yes, The bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
It's a terrible idea. So you mean an immortal geologist wandering the world? So you mean there is an immortal geologist wandering the world?
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
Okay. And I can't get enough of these cryptids.
I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell you about all of them. You should ask my husband if you get the chance. He's the real expert.
Right there. How you doing, bud? Traps were empty.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there's nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them. You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid. Not very scientific to reason backward to a conclusion you want to be true. I don't know, I'm not persuaded. You sure you've exhausted all the alternate explanations?
Of course we have.
The zoologist's face flushes with indignation.
Wait, Morel. He may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be?
Turns to me.
Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
You're welcome.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure?
I insulted Moral. Oh no. When did I insult him? Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out.
The locusts, live on the beach? I'm not really familiar with locusts. Might be time to get the Zovian economics cooking. First, if you have a spare skill point. I don't think I do.
At least, that's the intention. The
I'm
net
using
isn't
it.
a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
What will you do if the traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure
Locusts
of
live
previous
everywhere?
efforts by
okay.
other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Let me ask about something else.
Yes. What?
How'd you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Yes, so.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
How many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%, not approvingly. Then the insulating phasmid will be the 3rd. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries.
Do you know what the success rate in pharmacological research is? 0.00003% of bioreactive agents have reproducibly beneficial effects. Yet science persists in the search for medicine, as we persist in our search for new species.
Yeah, they also like to do some funny business and make things approved that aren't really necessarily proven beneficial.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Thanks for explaining.
Yes?
I'll have the -1 from insulting him. Talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Tell me about the Cryobacter thalensis.
Oh, everyone knows about that one, thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time.
Puffs in his fist?
Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler, no one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nong-Ok.
The Nong-Ok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nong-Ok to run faster than any other avian.
Really
Perhaps
long-legged
any other animal.
owl.
Who
That
knows?
sounds cool. If you've seen owls without feathers, like baby owls, they have really long legs. It's really freaky.
When it's not hunting its
They look
prey in
awesome.
its manner, the ok hangs from tree branches, like a bat, waiting to dive on hapless prey below on the jungle floor.
Sounds awesome.
Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect. Really a shame she disappeared.
When did she disappear?
Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side.
Alright, that's enough.
By all means.
Get it going. Okay, so I need to get the thing from the basement. Over here. You.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
Oh.
submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer
That's
that
a
appears
really
to be
low
frozen shut.
chance. Alright, let's save. Oh, I can't save? Oh, I need to leave the dialogue, then I can save. There we go. Let's go.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
An ice cream
Turning
crank.
the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
Can we get help with this
In
somehow?
the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Alright.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before. Unplugging the ice cream maker will allow it to defrost.
When I did that, Kim got really mad.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. It's all gone now.
Alright, time to turn it off.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker. Something close to you dies with a soft. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an
You
electric
have a strong
freezer.
pry bar
The
from
ice
someone
around
at the
it
church yet?
slowly
No.
melting.
Well, yes, that's what I'm using. No, it's not a pry bar, it's a multi-tool. I'm just very physically lame. Oh, I got a bonus from the machine being unplugged. Let's try again.
Ice squeaks with your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get...
Gotta get stronger then. Oh, do I not have any skill points? No, I don't have any skill points. Dang. It's not showing up in the bonuses yet, is?
This orange machine is dead still. It
I
has
have it in the
a
wrong hand? My right hand. Did you use the multi-tool? Yeah, I did.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner
Been
and
unplugged,
an
get a
electric
grip with
freezer.
gloves.
The ice around it slowly melts.
Is it supposed to give me a bonus when I'm using the multi-tool? Maybe it's because I already had it equipped. Try unequipping it and interact with the dialogue and see if it changes the bonus.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
I can't
and
even
an
try it
electric
without
freezer.
the multi-tool.
The ice around it.
I'd
You
expect
slip
open
your
the lid.
fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here, or something stronger, like the Kavalsund KR2 multi-tool.
Yeah, so having the multi-tool
You need
means
to
you
have the
can
Kavalsund
even
KR2
try it.
multi-tool in your hand, detective.
Equip the multi-tool by going to the Tools tab in your inventory.
Yeah, so it's not that it gives me a bonus, it gives me the option to even try. I don't have a skill point to add.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric
Whoop. I tried. Okay, what else can I do now? I need to find a tape. Ice cream maker open. Ask Renee about the photo. What you found in the Night Watchman's booth with a happy couple? Ask Renee about it. He looked uncharacteristically happy in the picture. Sure, we can do that. He's right over here. What's that? Something down there. Musty smell of potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Wait, did I get a skill point for that? I did. Sure. Hi.
Officer,
That's in your guard booth.
yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man who would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Sick?
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
It's his heart.
Are you working your shift? So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard.
Tired.
It's just me.
Container yard has been unguarded for a week?
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Evrard gets it. Big guys looking after the small, everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There is no middle ground. René's but one man. I need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated. René should rent out his services. Invest the profit. Get a few more guys. Expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. Actually, nothing wrong with tear collecting. My side thing too. Sure.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You look happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
I could do the composure check again.
Still,
And fail.
all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer?
That's it. Okay. I can talk to Joyce, but I'll do that when Kim's back. Interrogate the vigilantes. You need to interrogate the men in the union booth. Find out if they know about the hang. Wait, I thought I already did interrogate them. Pull Ellis back in a day for info on the armor's owner. There's the rest of the armor. Go to the harbor gates. Ask the Jolly Misk about the armor. Oh, is the Jolly Misk the race theorist guy? Didn't finish interrogating them? Ah.
Listus, hi, how are you? 3 teas. Oh, idiomatic. Oh yeah, I can sell my bottles, I guess. Did I not already do that? I guess I'll see.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle equals.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
I thought I had some. I guess I used already. Yeah. I collect tear from the streets. Do I have? Do I have them?
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do not. I mean. Alright.
I'm playing this game too, loving it. Nice. I'm enjoying it a lot too. Asking about all the cryptids, yeah.
They're awesome. Oh yeah, I can wear my tie now. Not the tie thing. Bow tie. This is it. Oh, it's only bonuses. There we go. Nice, nice. -1 perception if I wear the big glasses. Oh, what do I get from the gangster shoe? +1 empathy. Yeah, I want that. Painted scarf gives me shivers. Minus physical instrument.
Thank you for the follow. You're very welcome here. Kim is the best and so cool. Yeah, I love Kim.
He's not here right now. He went to the morgue. But, he'll be back tomorrow in the morning. It's already 10 PM in the game, so I probably will go to bed.
Right to
so he can come back.
Right to.
Just go ask this guy if I can. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I can't just click up there. I think this is the guy that the journal was talking about.
The unpromising
An ancient reptilian brain impression? No. I definitely can't. What was I gonna ask him about? It's the rest of the armor. Go to the harbor gates. Ask the Jolly Mesk about the armor. Not giving me the option to.
There is nothing funky about them. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco?
I don't know how to get that prompt. Okay. Skadoodle. I guess I could try going through all his dialogue trees again, but I don't know, maybe I have to have some other... Maybe I have to internalize the whole race thing, but I can't bring myself to do that. I just can't. Do I have a spear? No, I don't. Alright. Do you think I should do the economics rather than the getting sober thing then? You said I should do it. I don't know. Look at this guy again.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
Notes solemnly and then turns to you, a wide smile dawning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain.
Oh, this guy is the one.
If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Oh, this is the guy. Okay. Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
Promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, Why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yep, sounds like Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork.
Gonna do stuff?
I dropped that probe right then and there,
Thank you
and it
for
still got me into
the
trouble.
follow and saying hello. I appreciate
One
it.
bad move is all it takes.
So you use, so Kuno used us to what? Scare you? Rub into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Okay, anything else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay, how then?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs then. I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. Actually, I have better things to do. Yeah, I'm going to find 1 piece of it.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Kuno used you to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance.
Used us?
It's all good.
Thank you for your cooperation,
No problem.
sir.
If you see that...
He is sincerely grateful. He is
See the
not
kid
tracking
thank
down pieces
him
of armor right now.
from Call Me Manana. Tell him... I'll thank him for showing me the way. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo boat, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors. A harbor is a prime area of suspicion, and in your opinion, are the dockworkers involved in the killing? Yeah, the cargo belt.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold on, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Thank you. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Should I...
Oh, I missed what the end of what he was saying. Oh well. I think that's probably a good stopping point for now. I guess I can call one more time. I'm suggesting to call the station Lazarus in order to sort out your health issues. Use a motor carriage to make the call, although you don't feel hopeful. Well, he's not here, so I can't use his radio. Who else has access to Welling and Rag's trash? Person who know tamper with the source. Ask around the tattoo's possible meaning. Well, despite lacking obvious leads, might take some time. Well, the Welling secret passages. I don't know how to get in there. Scan apartment number 10 for the cleaning lady. I already did that. Report back to the cleaning lady. Oh, I didn't report back. I can do that real quick. That won't take long. I keep leaving quests like with 1 step left. Mostly, but not quite complete. Like I do the whole thing and then I just don't turn in the quest. Should be through here. Never let them know your next move, right? They'll never know. They'll never be able to predict. Here she is.
Give
I
me a
investigated
moment.
it. Didn't find any counterculture people in apartment number 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yes, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. No one is coming. There'll be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. That escalated quickly. Blacks, women, and sexual deviants. That's who will come. Spit. Oh, I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. All of these options are extremely politicized. We'll go with radio computer wizards are coming.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fate.
She likes wizards. I like her now.
She means clairvoyance.
Thanks, I'm off. That was awesome. Such a cute response. Ooh, I like wizards. That was the best. Okay. I did actually clear that quest, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Still don't know how to find any music. Get the hanged man's boots. I can't do that, he's already at the morgue. Body has been down, autopsy's been finished, and Kim has been absent. We wouldn't approve. It'll be devilishly tricky. Don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting a hold of the boots. I have already sent it for processing. You really just want one piece of armor, it's enough. Find and locate one piece, then you're done. Am I just doing it so I can have armor, so I don't die as easily? I mean, fair, but also not really necessary. It did die from sitting on a chair, so... you know. I'm just gonna double check what I need to do here, so... I think if I just go back to the coast and sleep, then Kim will show up. We can figure out what to do from there, but we'll save here for now. Because I'm sleeping in a shack on the coast, I'm not sleeping at the Whirling in Rags. That was good. We are done with Disco Elysium for today. Close out the game. There we go. Okay. So, next stream is Saturday, more Dragon Age. Finally finishing up the last of the side quests so we can do the expedition into the deep roads. About to get more exciting. Knowing the deep roads, I'm expecting everything's gonna go very haywire, very south very quickly, but we'll find out. I don't really know what happens because it's my first playthrough. Yeah, you can add the other links. So there's, if you want to check out the weekly buff, this week's one was about cancellation. So you can check that out, my thoughts on that. If you are not familiar with the weekly buff, it's just a 2-minute video about various topics, mental health, life stuff. I take suggestions. If you'd like to leave a suggestion for a weekly buff topic, you can do so on my Curious Cat anonymously, which was linked there by Vint. Thank you. I also have a Twitter you can follow and YouTube channel. I have a VOD channel too. So if you want more of me, but I'm not live, you can always check out my past streams on my VODs. And yeah, we have a Discord where you can come and hang out too if you'd like. Everything will be fine with Meryl by your side. Exactly. Yes, you understand. So who should we say hello to? Pumpkin Potion's playing music. That might be nice. Should we go and listen to her music? I think she's a pianist, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. But let's go say hello to her. We have a raid message for Pumpkin? Oh, okay. She doesn't allow raids. Probably because she doesn't want to be interrupted while she's playing. Let's go say hello to Giga. She is playing Hades. Haven't we raided Julie recently? Yeah, let's raid Giga. Got a new model, so that'll be exciting to check out. She debuted recently with a new model. Yeah, we won't do a full raid message in case she has auto mod on. So just say hello, give some buffs, something nice. Yeah, if you have emotes, you can do the buff, maybe 3 buffs. If you don't have those, you can do maybe the Twitch heart, little purple heart. And yeah, let's go and give her some buffs and help her to kick butt in Hades. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. I would appreciate it if you come say hello to Giga with me, but if you have to take care of things, I understand. Hopefully I'll see you sometime soon, maybe on Saturday for Dragon Age 2. Bye for now, take care.